This is a video about quantum healing codes. And I actually did a video the day before yesterday about the quantum healing codes, and I read the preface on how to do them, and I said I would update, and I did use them. And I can say actually, every once in a while, like I'll get like a random sore throat, and I feel like it's some kind of energy or something. So sometimes I do return to sender, and it'll go away like immediately, or like I pray to God and it goes away immediately. However, last night it was so strong and it was not going away. So I used the code, and this morning my sore throat was gone. It was completely gone. And sometimes I have leg cramps. I haven't had leg cramps. I didn't have any pain when I woke up, like back pain. And also, not only that, when I woke up, my boyfriend, he said that, because sometimes I like to do fetch. So he grabbed the receipt from a shopping cart that was right there. And then when he got home, inside the bag was some money and 2 lottery tickets, which was kind of funny. And so I ended up winning $100. I know it's not that much, but I mean, that doesn't really I'm like a normal person. I'm not somebody who that happens to often. So I did want to update and say that I do feel like they do work, but it does say also to it how often and how much intention you put in them. So basically what I did was I did pray the same way that it says within the directions. So within this movie, since I'm going to do this movie, because I ended up watching the other movie that I did, and it looks like the page numbers are kind of too small. So I did the page numbers bigger so it's easier to see. And I'm going to leave each page up a little bit longer. And also, I'm going to turn it to the side so that the whole page can be seen a little bit bigger, like if you want to turn your device or whatever on landscape. So you can see the page probably better than how it was when I saw it. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and read the directions again in case this is your first time watching or seeing this video. So the directions for it is called Quantum Healing Codes and how to use them. Divine healing codes are a quantum tool used for healing. In other words, they change reality on a quantum level. The basic premise of divine healing codes is that numbers are nature's way of communicating and that everything can be explained with numbers. For example, the Fibonacci sequence of numbers is a geometrical proportion that is found everywhere in nature, from how flowers grow to the shape of the universe. The order goes as follows: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, and on into infinity. Each number is the sum of the previous two. This series of numbers is known as the Fibonacci numbers or the Fibonacci sequence. The ratio between the numbers is parentheses 1.618034 parentheses. Is frequently called the golden ratio or golden number, and this sequence appears in nature often enough to prove that it reflects some naturally occurring patterns. If you were to look at the seeds in the center of a sunflower, you would see what appears as spiral patterns curving left and right, and if you were to count these spirals, your total will always be a Fibonacci number. You can also decipher spiral patterns that reflect the Fibonacci sequence in pine cones, fruits, and vegetables such as pineapples and cauliflower, trees, sea life, within honeybee colonies, and even in humans. If you were to look at yourself in the mirror, you would see that most of your body parts follow the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1 nose, 2 eyes, 3 segments to each limb, 5 fingers and toes. The proportions and measurements of the human body can also be divided up in terms of the golden ratio, and DNA molecules follow the sequence, measuring 34 angstroms long and 21 angstroms wide for each full cycle of the double helix. This ratio exists because the particular growth patterns associated evolved as most effective. For example, in plants, it may mean maximum exposure for light or maximum exposure for space, for seed arrangement, So you may see how Nature has perfectly designed itself, and if we were to tap into these quantum healing codes and use them to our advantage, how we may also be able to perfectly design our bodies and mental states. Although we understand communication through words, numbers, mathematics, and formulas have existed since the beginning of time, and they will continue to exist whether we understand them or not. Let's look at how these quantum healing codes are said to work. There are 3 really simple ways to use them. Number 1, writing it on the part of the body that has discomfort, writing it on a sticker and placing that sticker on the body where there is discomfort. Number 2, writing it in the air over the part of the body that has discomfort. Number 3, typing out the number on your phone or tablet and then holding that device over the body part. It's also said that you can set an intention for your quantum code and then add that in ways you just listed to your food or water before consuming them. How much practice, desire, intent, and trust you hold will make the difference in healing you receive. When using this practice, you balance the energy in your body so it can achieve self-healing. This is energy healing, much like Reiki. If you are experienced with energy healing, this could be a great alternative or addition to the practices you already use. These codes are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. If you are under a doctor's care or feel as though you need to be under a doctor's care, please seek the advice of that doctor before attempting to replace any treatment. From the creators of this list, the healing codes are going to be organized by systems, and this document will be updated as more and more healing codes come through from Divine Mother, Archangel Raphael, and Source. They are a gift from Spirit and are to be used freely and freely shared. Here is a reminder from both Mark Gamma and Isabel Hen, the first originators of the codes. All documents pertaining to their discovery are listed in the references of the bottom of the page. Please note that Mark has closed his blog and some links from him may not show up. Isabel Hem asks for this to be included in this document from this time forward at the request of Divine Mother. This assembly of codes and the instruction of how to use them is never to be sold, but always to be shared free and without any claim or exchange. It is written for the free use by all humans and all beings, as I give the codes for the free use by all. Each human, each being has the right to use these codes free without any charge. It is also not allowed to change this assembly unless I give my appropriate personal order for this. Without authorization through me, or as a transfer against, the codes will be useless because they request a certain consciousness and a certain frequency level of the people that they can be used, so that they can be used. I tell you this to stop any ideas for this purpose before they even start. This is a living document. All new codes and the links in the messages shall be integrated here. And please remember that the spaces in the number sequences, as they are important, and without them, the codes won't work. But it would be too far to explain it here. Be careful to write the number codes correctly. Then it goes on to the central nervous system, back pain, chronic pain, anxiety. These are just some of the categories. Psychological concerns in general, anxiety and depression. Let's see. What's back here? For self-help, which is like, for instance, I guess for helping yourself psychologically, you're like your own your own therapist, I guess. Let's see what else. Spiritual toolbox. And it has a lot of codes in there that are really, really interesting for, like for instance, experiencing happily ever after. To ease the energy of clicks, to release excess energy, increase motivation. And then it goes on to other categories like energy and sleep, extreme psychological distress, and then it goes on to the head and neck, the eyes and vision, the endocrine system, and conditions of metabolism, the heart and circulation, the blood, the lungs and breathing, pulmonary disease, the digestive system, the renal system, female reproductive organs in childbirth, the male reproductive organs, autoimmune, infectious diseases, fungal, viral, protozoal, life-threatening cancer and tumors, cancer side effects, trauma, as in blunt trauma, penetrating injury due to accidents, skin conditions, healing of spiritual nature, healing the chakras, healing the meridians, shielding, removing unwanted energy and programming, healing the soul, clairvoyance and intuition, spiritual awakening and ascension, grounding, I don't know if I said that, the other side, twin souls, twin flames, energy boost, Gaia energetic connection, working with elemental, working with Divine Mother, advanced capabilities, healing the food one consumes and environmental toxins, codes for animals, for bees, family concerns, GMO neutralization, environmental toxins, for cat allergy. Oh wait, I think that's a code in there. Sorry. For social and family issues, academic concerns, financial and work social issues, heavy metal poisoning, radiation, electromagnetic exposure, other energy healing composites, for unwanted pests, for felines, canines, equines, spiritual healing in general, codes for equipment and tools, and those are like, for instance, to keep vehicles running smoothly, electronic equipment running smoothly, and for flights to go smoothly, which I put the codes in the car because I wanted to make sure that was, running smoothly. And what I added in the other movie was some disclaimers about the ADHD, not to use those on animals, because it does say that most of the codes are good to use on animals as well, except for the ADHD, which can greatly hurt or kill the animal. And so at the end, there's a letter to the people who are using these codes that says, practice until you feel you have the skill to apply these with maximum benefit. Ask for all of divine assistance to help you every time and to correct for any mistakes you might accidentally make using them. Which is what I basically said as I prayed when I was putting the codes on I just wrote them on my skin before I went to bed. I love you. Aloha, mahalos, namaste, peace, Reiki Doc. P.S. With all gratitude to Mark Gamma, Liliana Juan, I'm sorry, excuse me, Contra Mary, Paulina LOVELIGHT, and Isabel Hen for their pioneering work with divine healing codes. Also gratitude to ongoing contributor Lauren Obeng, who has provided codes over the years with a wonderful sense of angelic insight. Deepest thanks to our developer, Gordon Bland, for the app launched 12/12/2017 on Android. iPhone is coming. This would not be possible without your expertise and hard work with technology, which is beyond me. P.P.S. The majority of divine healing codes have come through me, about 95% of them, the person who wrote this, not me. At the beginning it was slow and I checked them for accuracy with Isabel. Now they come directly through. It amazes me with wonder that there has never been, in all of these years, been a duplicate of a code. I cross-check every new one against the list. It's lengthy. And spirit is without fail, 100% correct every time. And then it lists the references, which most of them are Soul for Free WordPress. Illuminations, 2012. the Silver Platinum Flame, Reiki Doc, Syrian Heaven, and Personal Communications, Archangel Raphael, Ayana Rose, and Wikipedia for this Fibonacci sequence. So I did want to add that because I think it's so interesting. Like, I really don't know what I was expecting. I was really hoping, and I did have faith in them because, I know it does depend on faith. And I did put a lot of intention into it. So I'm really, really glad that, it showed that they work. I mean, it's only been one day since I listed the other movie. I think it was yesterday. It might have been yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. And my sleep schedule's kind of off. And also, it does, on some of the codes, it does say that it needs more than one day. Like, you need to do them daily. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. So I really do hope, like I said before, that these codes find you in divine timing. And I hope that you are at least well enough in spirit if you need help with any other aspect in your life. I hope you enjoy the codes, and I hope they really do work for you. I'm unexpectedly happy. I'm surprised that they work, but I did want to add that. So thank you, and I hope these codes help you. you.